Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, bringing you the 4th mission in my Resistance campaign for the Brink hard difficulty video walkthrough. And yeah, this one's entitled The Black Box. And it's a pretty straightforward one, because you have to do a bit of guarding. And as I've said when you're guarding, it's generally very simple. Right now, I just got my dick slapped, but I'm a medic, I've got the self-revive and it comes in handy. So I don't actually think this is the defense one. I can't really tell, because I'm so used to playing this one, I don't know. You'll have to bear with me. But right now it's telling me to guard the pillar and guard the shop door. But it's usually the resistance that are breaking things and the security that are guarding things, so it seems a bit strange. So we'll just see where this mission takes us, and then I'll correct myself accordingly. So the first thing you're seeing is I'm already getting dicked, really dicked, and that's just what's going to happen with this game if you let it. And it's unfortunate, but you know, that's how it works. So wait for your reinforcements, get yourself back in the fight, and keep pushing forward, because I believe, yeah, we're not guarding it, we're attacking it. It's them fucking objectives, they're broken, man. Completely broken. So what you've got to do here is you've got to push into their spawn and plant a charge on the pillar. You can go this way with these guys, because these guys can hack open this doorway, so it makes a nice little shortcut. But once you plant the charge and you blow the pillar up, that's pretty much, you know, mission done for the majority. So just put as much pressure on it as you can. Just keep pushing forward, keep killing them on the spawn, and that's the pillar that you've got to plant on, that's the pillar you've got to defend. If you're a medic like me, if you see anybody down, regardless of who they are, AI or your friends, get them up. Just have as big a presence as possible. As soon as the charge goes off, it's the second part of this level. And the second part of this level is escorting a machine. And this bit can either be absolute hell or a piece of piss. And I've had both versions. So trust me when I say you're going to pray that this is going to be the easier one, because if it isn't, you're going to have a lot of trouble. And this starting section is easy. All you have to do is you have to escort this robot down this little slip slide or whatever the hell this waterway is. And you need a soldier to blow up the bridge so that it can keep moving. The enemies are going to spawn from the northern side, and they're all going to come towards this area. So if you can stay on here with a high enough number of boys, kill some dudes, you should be fine. Get the robot close, blow up the bridge. Then you've got the last objective, which is to hack a terminal. That is when this level gets interesting, that is when this level gets potentially more difficult. But all this is now is me defending this area, keeping people alive so that one of my buddies can plant a charge on that bridge and keep this robot moving. The robot moves the same it did in the other missions. If you're not close to it, it'll just sit there asking for fucking advice. Piece of absolute bullshit design. I don't know why it's in it, don't appreciate it, don't ever want to see it again. But instead of speaking about what's going to be quite obvious to see, I'm going to talk about me and the way I make guides. Just to clear up some questions that I get, and I get this question quite a lot. And a lot of people, especially with this Brink guide, because they've heard me bitching a lot, why do I make a guide to a game I don't like? And don't get me wrong, it's a completely fair question. I would have been the same if I weren't in this trying to do this YouTube stuff. And that fat bastard's blocking my fucking way. Look at him, get out of the way. Let me shoot. But why do I make a guide to a game I don't like? Well, I would love to not make guides for games I don't like, purely because I don't like a lot of games. A game has to really be something special or something dumb to impress or, you know, amuse me. I'm so jaded and so cynical because I've been playing games ever since I was like 4-year-old, back on the fucking Commodore 64 and the NES, that I have played a lot of games, and it's just one of those things. But this YouTube stuff is, I'm currently in between university years, and everybody knows what a summer break is. Well, my summer break is slightly longer, and while I'm at university I get a student loan to tide me over while I'm there, and it enables me so that I don't have to work. And there's probably a bunch of you thinking like, oh, you fucking door scum, you don't want to work, you're a leech on our resources, you're an economic, you know, well of despair, all that kind of bullshit, you're the reason this country's in the toilet. Well, I would agree to you if it weren't for the fact that I've worked pretty much every other year that you know, before I went to university, and the main reason why I don't want to do that is so that I can focus on my course and that I don't fucking fail and actually come out with a good grade. So while I'm there, with the amount of free time that I get, because my university course is demanding at times, but for the majority, I do have a lot of time to myself. And I wanted to do something productive. I wanted to do something that would feel like, you know, when my parents look at me, they're not looking at me thinking, we've just given birth to a fucking son who's going to live with us forever and is never going to amount to anything. And I don't want them to feel like that just because I don't have a job, and they come from an era where when you left school, you got a job, you got a wife, you had kids, you settled down, and that was your life. And that is not what I want for me. So in this interval, is what I'd call it, between, you know, university and while at university, I wanted to do something that would, you know, make me feel better and be productive. And that's why I started making these guides, because I love playing games. I spend far too long playing games. And if I can put it onto some place that could potentially benefit me in the future and get me a job, be it in any kind of, you know, gaming media or journalism, or, you know, rendering, capturing, reviewing, making walkthroughs, anything, you know, on this digital interface that is the internet, that is fantastic, and that is something that is potentially exciting. And that is my main motivation behind it. So I treat this as a job, and by that I don't mean that I dread getting up and I don't want to do it and I bitch while I do it, and I'm always on about, you know, like working 9 to 5 like some, you know, fucking Dolly Parton song. I don't treat it like that. I treat it like a job I love. I enjoy every moment of this, even when I'm a little down on it and I've been commentating for 7 hours and I'm sick of the sound of my own fucking voice. I still enjoy it because it's great. So when it comes to the games I make, and the guides I make, should I say, not the games I make, I will do anything I think will get a good response, anything I think people are going to want to watch, because if it's challenging or if it's popular, I'm going to make the guide, regardless of if I think it's worth than Afterbirth, or, you know, I'd rather take bleach in the eye than play it. I'll still make it, because I'm trying to keep an air of professionalism so that I maybe get noticed on YouTube, and this maybe goes somewhere into financially benefiting me, or leading me into something even better. I don't know. You know, I don't control my own fate, but that is the reason why I do it. It's not because I think I'm, you know, fucking God, or I'm a sadomasochist. It's just the way I'm approaching this channel. And a lot of people have asked that, so that's why I've just answered. But right now, this is the really tough room. You need to get a medic in here to keep the covert guys alive that have to hack that wall. And if you can get in like we have right now, where we've got 4 people hacking it, and an engineer and a medic in here defending it, you're going to have no trouble on this area. And as soon as you hack that box to 100%, you have beaten the level. This is the final objective. This is the toughest section of the level. And once it's over, you'll be fine. But be under no illusion, that can be a lot tougher than I just made it look. And I've seen both sides of it, and you really want it to go easy, because if it doesn't, God, it's awful. Oh, it'd be as fun as pushing a battery down your bell end. Now you think about that. You take care now.